Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. We'll watch Atlanta in this one as they go up against Minneapolis. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to Minneapolis. Porter looking it over. And it's going to be out of bounds. Minneapolis will retain possession. Ajinça in the post. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. Minneapolis will retain possession. Here's Holmgren. And a wide open look for Porter. The putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Atlanta with the ball. Out of bounds. Minneapolis takes possession. Pass to Thibault. Minneapolis moving it around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Minneapolis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now Beverly. Pass to Brand. Exum deciding where to go with it. Over Thibault. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly with the ball. No good on the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The kick out to Porter. Goes back up. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Stolen by Brand. Thibault on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Beverly missing. And here's Minneapolis now. Outside Porter. Nice move. Another one falls for Minneapolis.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Covington. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. It's an 8-point differential. Outside. That's tipped. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
It's Porter outside. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And Atlanta has possession. 9-point game. Kicks it out to Covington. Hits the three-point bomb. Covington's got 5 points so far.
Does so much for his team's spacing. Opponents have to respect Covington's deep ball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams changing it up here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Porter. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Atlanta trails by 6. Here's Halliburton. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And there's a toughness to Halliburton's game. Tyrese has 0 issues taking the bump.
Halliburton hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Shepard. It's tipped. And it's Halliburton penetrating. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Halliburton hits them both. 8 seconds left to play here in the first. Out to the wing. A 3-ball. That one, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Minneapolis leads by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what stands out to you from Minneapolis in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. That one goes in.
He's not short on moves. Halliburton's got a lot of ways to attack off the dribble.
To the middle. Walker. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. And here's Atlanta. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really affects his entire team.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 6. Here's Edwards. Pass to Carrington. Second shot opportunity. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Over in the corner, Shepard. Just 5 to shoot. James with some nice D. Here's Atlanta now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Back to Edwards. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Halliburton with it. He's picked up by Walker. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Atlanta again missing. Now here's Walker. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Carrington. And Jefferson sends it back. Another shot. And it's Carrington missing. And pushing it up. Here's Minneapolis. Here's Carter. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense. Capable of getting up to block shots. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams making some changes here. Substitution on the court. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Back to Carter. Pass to Thibault. Just 5 on the clock. Minneapolis needs to get off a shot. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Thibault. Outside Porter. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. That gives them the lead. Porter's got 7 points in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Minneapolis.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Beverly for 3. That shot off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stolen by Beverly. And stolen by Thibault. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, textbook there by Brand on the pass. Spotting an open teammate and just getting it to him in rhythm.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Porter, no luck. It's Beverly on the wing. Still scoreless. Over to the wing. Pass to Brand. Jacks up a 3. The shot will not fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Minneapolis ahead, up 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so Beverly will bring it up for Atlanta. A 2-point game. And the officials call it.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside.
Here we go. Here we go.
And so here's Minneapolis. Outside Porter. Pass to Holmgren. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
From deep, Mitchell. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Oh, got that one up quick.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Thibault. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Antetokounmpo, that's good.
Defense puts good pressure on Giannis inside, but he just refuses to back off and gets it to go.
Pass to Ajinça. Holmgren. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. There's a screen. And here's Porter outside. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Mitchell. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Mitchell's got 5.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
Here's Ajinça. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, good whistle there.
Minneapolis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And Minneapolis making a change here. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's blocked. Porter looks it over. Pass to Shepard. 4-3. Drains the triple.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
Kuzma for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And that one's good. Brand.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Ball outside. Pass to Mitchell. To the wing, right side. From deep, Gay. Rebounded by Minneapolis.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Sinks it from distance.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
To stop the run, he hits the back iron and sinks it. He's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Westbrook with the drive.
So good at finding the angles of drive. Westbrook is as fast as he is agile.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Mitchell. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's Minneapolis. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And when you consider how Minneapolis is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Here's Shepard. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Minneapolis leading by 4 to the inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Grant, soft touch, but hard-nosed. That's Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
And here's Anaheim now, trailing by 4. Here's Westbrook, takes it inside, and he can't jam it through. And here's Mitchell, he'll bring it up for Minneapolis. Down low, here's Thibault, outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up, and another shot. Here's Holmgren, there's the block. Thibault on the wing. Over Kuzma. Minneapolis with another miss. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And a missed layup. Minneapolis leading by 4. Mitchell with room to shoot. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Pass to Gay. For 3. Anaheim with another miss. And so here's Minneapolis. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Thibault missing. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Fades. And it's Gay with the miss. And here's Thibault. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Thibault's got 5 now.
Loading up to stop Mitchell can lead to big breakdowns defensively.
Gay's shot is good.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Now here's Thibault. He's got 5. Brand misses. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Gay. Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. And it's rejected. Left side Thibault. It's stolen by Kuzma. It's a one-on-one situation. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Anaheim shooting their first foul shot of the game.
First team foul.
Minneapolis with the ball. Pass to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Kuzma for 3. He drops it from range. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ooh, How sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minneapolis leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Gay. The three from Mitchell. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Porter with it. Guarded now by Williams. Here's Ajinça. Anaheim with the rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Pass to Holmgren. Now Porter. Back to Holmgren. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Now one on ball.
Yeah, many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
Both free throws good from Holmgren.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Anaheim making a switch here. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Brand. For the tie. It's hauled in by Brand. Minneapolis leading by 3. Thibault on the wing. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
And stolen by Holmgren. Outside Porter. Pass to Holmgren. Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
There's Ball with a 3. Anaheim with another miss. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Porter with it. Guarded now by Mitchell.
Substitution on the court.
Now Ball. No points so far. And Ball throws it down.
The defense leaves an opening, and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
Outside for Porter. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell taking no chances.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And that one's good. Holmgren. Holmgren's got 14 points.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Pass to Jackson. Antetokounmpo outside. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Williamson in the post. Out to Smith. The three. It's hauled in by Minneapolis. And that's a foul.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And so here's Minneapolis. Outside Porter. Pass to Aginsa. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Castle. On the take. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Brand. And it's Porter with the ball for Minneapolis. Pass to Holmgren. Inside. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. No good at the rim. Chicago with the ball. Here's Castle. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Here's Aginsa. Covered by Towns. Back to Porter. To the middle. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Wow!
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Holmgren with it. Screen by Holmgren. Here's Aginsa. Buries it from 3. Aginsa's got 8 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Down low. Here's Brand. Chicago with a rebound. 1:35 left to play in the first. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Minneapolis leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Porter. And here's Holmgren. Covered by Towns. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Fires it. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. He has 6.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. Minneapolis shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for the away team.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here's Shepard, and that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. Minneapolis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Grant, soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepard.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. It's both from the stripe.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know Free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Walker. Up in time. And so it's Minneapolis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Minneapolis is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Carter. It's stolen. Beasley for three. Drains the triple. Beasley's got himself on the board with a three there.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Tipped away. Ooh, stolen by Winslow. Here's Harrington. No points yet. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Black, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Winslow. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Holmgren. Chet going to work inside.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
All right, fans. That was your dance team.
Chicago trails by 9. And here's Thompson for three. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Castle. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Pass to Holmgren. There's a minute 26 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Beasley outside. Counted from distance. Beasley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Aginta. Back to Porter. There's a screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one on Tatum.
And such a threat with the basketball. Porter Jr. gets those fouls often.
Porter hits them both. Chicago trails by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of this game. And so here's Minneapolis. Pass to Agenta. Back to Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Towns has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Porter in the post. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter. Leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
Castle misses. Minneapolis leading by 9. Porter in the post. Pass to Agenta. With 1 on the clock. And it's in. Off the glass. Holmgren's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Thompson outside. No good from outside. Porter looks it over. Pass to Agenta. Now here's Thibault. Porter with it. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Agenta. And that's good from 17 feet. Agenta's got 12 points.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Castle for 3. Hits a three-pointer.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Who poked away? Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
That was your dance team.
Chicago trails by 10. Pass to Harrington.
Away team foul. Agenta. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Black. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Porter. And here comes the break. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Minneapolis making a change here.
Score for the away team, number 45.
Outside Porter.
Mitchell.
Pass to Mitchell.
2 minutes remaining.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Here's Harrington. Three-pointer. No luck on that one. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Here's Brand. Covered by Covington. Left side, Mitchell. Williams grabs the board. Chicago trails by 7. Here's Black. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Black's got 8.
You know, it takes incredible accuracy to drain it from that deep. So impressive.
Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Pass to Harrington. For 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Mitchell misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
It's Winslow on the wing. No good. That would have tied it. Minneapolis leading by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Here's Brand. Second shot opportunity. They grab their own miss. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Minneapolis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Right side, Mitchell. Here's the Jinsa. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Minneapolis up 5. And we'll have the start of the... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Porter. Pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Tatum. Up and over Porter. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Back to Jokic. The shot no good. Tatum with some nice D. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Black. Out to Thompson. To tie it up. Shot clock at 6.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Back to Jokic. Pass to Ajinça. Goes back up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minneapolis?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Thompson's shot is off. Minneapolis leading by 3. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren with the tough bucket.
An elite passer at his position. Jokic just seems to have eyes in the back of his head sometimes.
Thompson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Holmgren inside. Another shot. They shoot again. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
.151 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Ajinça. Here's Brand. Blocked again!
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Towns to take the lead. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Beasley for 3. Rebounded by Minneapolis. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Holmgren. Inside. Brand. Thompson pulls it in. Castle for 3. And it's in. And that one brings them within 1.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now Holmgren. Yes!
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Pass to Beasley. Thompson outside. The kick to Tatum. And here's Beasley to the middle. Thompson outside. He connects. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when you trust his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Here's Porter.
Shot. Porter showing that willingness to take over in the clutch.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
To take the lead. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. 3 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
And so it's Minneapolis with the W, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin.